Here at the camp, it may look like I have my deer clothes on and putting the deer feeder out, and it's September, but no, first week of May, and we're getting the deer feeder ready now. This is actually turkey hunt this morning, and now getting our feeder set up, and just really want to stress the importance of now is the time that if you own some property and you're legally able to do this, get your feeders out. Get your salt blocks out. I'm going to be putting the big one out. I'll show you in a minute, a couple other things. And now is the time. First week of May, it's early spring. Now's the time to build that deer herd up. Maybe put some extra mass on the antlers. Maybe get the bodies a little bit bigger if you're a doe hunter and you want a little bit extra meat. Now's the time. Don't wait till September. And all you're really doing in September basically is attracting them to your stand, if it's legal in your state. PA, I could not do this in October. This would be baiting and be illegal, but here in May, not a problem whatsoever. And they're going to get our feeder set up, have a couple videos on the mineral pit and the feeders. Just search the channel, you'll find those if you want to take a look at them. Getting this stuff set up now, because now's the time to do this. We'll have this going for most of the summer, and when it comes into the fall and when we have to turn these things off to make sure we're not violating any laws, that's when we're going to do it. So just going to get our feeder set up. Whew, that is a big block. This is a 50-pound mineral block available at Tractor Supply. $6, I think, $6.99 or $5.99. Very, very cheap. 50 pounds. And I'm going to throw in a couple pictures here of the deer, this very block, or this type of block that I have out behind my house. And I have some great deer coming into that, and they seem to love this. I have a couple pictures of them actually with their tongues out licking the top of it. I like these mineral ones a little bit better than the standard straight salt blocks. And I think the deer like them a little bit better. And again, with the minerals in there, as long as you're adding minerals, you know, maybe you add that quarter of an inch extra growth, and that's all you need to make your buck legal. So this is going to last all summer long. Won't have to do anything. These are good for about 2-3 months at least, and the deer will come into this probably just about every day. Got our corn and a little bit of corn around here, the feed, and this is a good part. So this is just one of the steps, one of the things that we're doing, and we're going to move on and do a couple other things. One other thing you might want to consider when you're setting up your property, again, spring the important time, the salt blocks. This is still a little bit more of an attractant just because it's mostly salt, a little calcium in there, but this is the same Sugarbeet Crush that I'm going to put in the mineral pit in a little bit. I think it's good to put this kind of stuff just because this just keeps deer around your property. Doesn't do a whole lot for them. But these are so cheap at $3.99 or so that it doesn't hurt to have a couple of these on around just to keep the deer in. Then maybe you have a mineral pit, maybe you have some feed, maybe you have a food plot, a couple other things. This is just really part of the whole package, and it's just so easy to cut the thing open. I happen to have the cage. I like when it's up off the ground. Just put it in the cage. And those deer will come in, they'll lick at it, they'll also scrape at the ground. And again, this is pretty rocky soil down here, so it's down into a lot of rock at this point, but they'll be digging around in here too, with the price being $3.99, really not breaking the bank. I just finishing getting the leaves out of our mineral pit. This is year number 3 for this. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with what we used the first year, the Sportsman's Choice Record Rack Minerals 25-pound bag. think you can get it for $14 at Tractor Supply. This video is 2014, so that's about the price. All you hunters out there, especially property owners, property managers, now's the time to get out there and get these mineral pits going. We've got a great water source right over here, running stream, and make sure when you do your mineral pits, it's close to that water. So just all part of the feeding and salt blocks and everything to get your deer herd going pretty good. Also going to put as an attractor this Wildgame Innovations Sugarbeet Crush. Pretty good stuff. I've used this before. Deer certainly seem to like it. And really just going to use this mostly as an attractant. Has a real good odor to it. Get them here. And so recommend this too. I forget how much this was. I might have picked it up at the end of the year type sale. So, but I like this. This works pretty darn good. And the one thing you want to do with that is don't be afraid to kind of pile it up. Don't be real thin with it and just spread it thinly over everything. Kind of pile it up so they can actually chew it pretty good. So I've seen some videos on that where their whole nose is pink from dipping their face in it. So go ahead and recommend this too. This is some pretty good stuff. So let's get down this record rack first. Again, I have a couple videos from 12 and 13 out there if you search the channel about how we did this. Don't want to go through it again for you. So let's get this down. That 25 pounds, that covered that pretty good. That's pretty good. That's going to last a fairly long time. As you can see, it's in a pit, so when it does rain, it's just really going to settle into the center, and they'll keep going on it. We got our crush here. And I'm just going to do a line straight down the middle with this. So there we have a couple other things. Definitely recommend a few salt blocks here or there also. Certainly helps the deer's health, general overall health. And when the deer are healthy, the antlers are going to be healthy. We're out doing a lot of turkey hunting and everything this year. Actually saw quite a few deer as we were going through the woods, which is a good sign. Looks like they made it through a pretty tough winter, and we're hoping with a little bit of help here or there, this herd here will continue to grow, and we'll actually start being able to harvest from deer again. So it's White Rook 85 signing out from Camp Goat Time, deep in the woods, Pennsylvania. Let's get our trash.